So you're thinking about moving to Seattle and want to know the pros and cons of living here? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So let's jump right into the pros and cons of living here in Seattle. So if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in Seattle and the surrounding areas, then subscribe below, tap that notifications bell, and you can be the first to know about the current market in Seattle. My name is Jordan Reeder, and I'm a real estate agent and an investor here in Seattle. Whether you already live in the area or looking to make a move here, I love getting calls, texts, and emails every single day from people like you. Give me a quick call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. My contact information is right below me. And with that, let's talk about the 4 pros and the 4 cons of living here in the Seattle area. And the first pro about living here in Seattle is simply its beauty. This entire region sits between mountains and lakes. It has tons of evergreen trees. From some vantage points, you can see 360-degree views of the mountains. The Seattle area is simply a beautiful place to live. The second pro about living here in Seattle is the proximity to outdoor activities. I really love to get out and enjoy the outdoors, so I've loved living here in Seattle for this reason. You have both Lake Washington and Lake Sammamish. There's also Snoqualmie Falls, which is a big tourist attraction to check out. I'm big into golf, and it seems that a lot of people have been taking up the sport lately. There's plenty of municipal courses all over the region, and it provides enough variety to choose from. Skydiving, hot air balloons, hang gliding off of a mountain, or even rent your own hot tub floating in Lake Washington if that's your thing. There are so many things to do outdoors, you just can't go wrong. The third pro about living here in Seattle is the food and drink scene. Washington is the second largest wine producing state in the US, with over 1,000 wineries. Washington has about 250 craft breweries, with more than 60 breweries here in the greater Seattle area as well. There's unlimited places around when you want to go let loose and enjoy your weekend. Now jumping into the food scene, we have some of the best seafood in the country. Seattle is situated right on Puget Sound, and so you will find some great salmon and oysters here if that's your thing. But don't count out other types of foods as well, like sushi is big here. There's some great steakhouses, and even the occasional Seattle dog is great when you head to a game or any other event downtown. The food scene is definitely a pro to living here. The fourth pro is Seattle's career opportunities. There are some large, well-known companies that are staples in this area. You've heard of them, like Microsoft, Boeing, Amazon, Google. This is definitely one of the reasons why Seattle real estate prices are a bit propped up from other areas in the nation, because we have a strong tech base here in Seattle. As a quick side note, I find that many people in tech that are relocating here for a new career frequently reach out to me just to better understand the area and help them find a place to live in and around Seattle. So if that's you, reach out to me. I'm gonna put my contact information right up here, so you can call, text, or email me anytime if you have any questions. Okay, unfortunately now we're gonna be talking about the first con about living here in Seattle, and that is the weather. To me, the other 4 pros make this an awesome place to live, but yes, it can get a little gray, it can get a little wet here at times. Seattle rains on average about 38 inches per year. Now consider this, the national average rainfall is, you guessed it, 38 inches per year, right? So we're right on par with the national average. But at least you can count on 1 or 2 days a week being able to get out of the house, go hit up a hike, or go golfing without getting dumped on. The second con to living in Seattle is the cost of living and housing prices here. Seattle cost of living is about 55% higher than the national average. The average home in Seattle is $850,000. In this region, you have extremely low supply and a significant amount of demand due to the strong job market. That paired with the fact that not many houses come on the market here, and when they do, sellers are looking for a premium. Now yes, good career opportunities can pay extremely well, which allow many people to be able to afford houses in this area, but housing affordability and housing insecurity is a big problem here in Seattle. This is why you might read about the homeless problem we have in the main Seattle corridor. Now, there are many initiatives like temporary housing being built in the city, but we are a ways off from eliminating this issue altogether. Now, the third con is traffic and lack of transportation. Traffic is still an issue, but with the pandemic and a lot of companies allowing for remote work, at least for now, I don't hear a ton of people being really affected by this. You could be sitting in the car for an hour or two, maybe longer. I find that you typically move pretty well around here. It's just general congestion, which takes a while to get through. Now, lack of public transportation has been an issue, but millions and millions of dollars have gone toward creating an infrastructure here in Seattle. Anybody looking to move in the Seattle area knows about the light rail system, which extends from about Northgate area all the way down to SeaTac. Other light rail stations are coming specifically to the east side, which will connect Seattle and the east side together. Come 2024 and beyond, you're going to see the future of our transportation system here in Seattle. Now, the fourth and final con is what people refer to as the Seattle freeze. It tends to be a topic of conversation amongst a lot of my friends and clients who have relocated here. Apparently, Seattleites are not as welcoming or easy to get to know. Now, I say this as a con, but people here in the Seattle area are friendly in general. Just don't expect them to strike up conversations with you when you're on a walk or you're waiting for your coffee. But when you do get into that occasional new conversation, we're all typically very welcoming. If you do find yourself looking to meet new people, there are endless ways to connect, so I would say not to be too worried about this con if you're looking to live here. Well, there are the pros and cons of living in Seattle. I hope this video was helpful and gave you some really good information. I love helping people like you learn more about the area and would love to be your resource for all things real estate here in Seattle. I'm putting my contact information right up here, so feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. You can also connect with me through social media or schedule a call with me directly by clicking on the link below. And finally, if you got some value out of today's video, please give it a quick like and subscribe to the channel. Also, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will see you on the next one.